So every year on Father's Day, some group of mothers come out and wish themselves Happy Father's Day. Probably because they are single mothers, or maybe the father to the kids are bums. So every year, we see people calling themselves king, wishing themselves Happy Father's Day, listing out accomplishments that they've made alone, raising their kids by themselves. Hello guys, welcome to Hang with Oma. It's your girl Oma. Thank you for clicking to watch and thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't already, is there a subscribe button on your screen? Please click it, a notification bell pop up beside it. Select also that you'll be notified every time I upload. Returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. You're the real deal. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So it seems like it's every Father's Day that this thing happens, okay? We know situation of Tonto DK, we know Messi Aigbe. I hope I said the surname well. If not, I apologize. A lot of people, I can't even begin to list their names, but almost on Father's Day, so many women, so many mothers come out and wish themselves Happy Father's Day. Nature have made women bearers of children, and so society have expected women to be nurturers of children, and most of the time it seems like the men are completely excused because you carried the child for 9 months and you gave birth to the child and you breastfeed the child. Somehow they expect you to do all the work, wake up in the night when the child is crying, change the diapers, give the bathing, moral upbringing, discipline, everything without complaining. So you see, most men, when they have issues with their wives, maybe she's not comporting herself the way he wants her to, or she's not agreeing with his opinion or his suggestions or whatever, he takes it out on the entire family. You see some of them, they would not bring money home, they would not support with chores, they would not pay fees, they would not do a lot of things, they would not even renew the rent when it expires and all the burden is left on the woman. She and her pikin then go suffer. Next time when I tell her something, she will do it. I'm not saying this is applicable to all the men, but it's a common situation that we see and read almost on daily basis. In most developed countries, if you're not in relationship with the wife or the mother of your child, you are going to be paying child support. You're going to be paying money to the mother for the care of that child. Now, it doesn't mean that you're the only person eligible for the care of the child. I don't know how they determine it. Somebody has custody, somebody is paying money, sha. A man cannot give birth to a child and abandon the child in most developed countries. The only situationship I think there is the case where if the woman is pregnant and the man say he doesn't want the child and the woman goes ahead to give birth to the child without the man's agreeing, like consent, he did not agree he wants the child. I think if they have a written document to back that out, a court case can eliminate the man as the father of the child and take out the responsibilities from him. But in Nigeria, the man don't want to take the responsibilities. So he doesn't want to pay the fees, he doesn't want to do all the work. But when that child grows, you see him coming back. Now my pikin, you see a girl that is grown up and she's getting married, her father is surfacing from nowhere and wanting to collect bride price. Meanwhile, he never paid fees for one day, he never did any of the work. The woman toiled and suffered and practically sacrificed her entire life to raise this child, and then the man comes at the end of the day and wants to reap where he did not sow. So I can kind of understand why some women want to be acknowledged for playing the role of um a provider, a protector, and every other thing that the man is supposed to be contributing to the life of the child, and also playing the role of a mother, nurturing, raising, and everything that a woman is supposed to contribute to the role of a child, to the growing of a child. Um, in the other hand, a woman is not a father. You're a woman, right? you're raising this child, right? You're doing everything you can for this child, right? But there are things that the man can show a child that the woman cannot particularly do. Maybe she will position some, you know, um role models in the life of this child to help, male friends, brothers, grandparents, to fill in this gap. But the woman herself cannot particularly fill in this gap, especially if the child being raised is a boy. In fact, in any gender, there are roles that parents play in the life of their children, both male and female, that the woman cannot particularly give. Now, that is not to say that a child raised by a single parent is deficient, because a family can, a woman can raise a child with the help of her family, with the help of her brothers, her siblings, her uncles, and the child will not really lack that moral upbringing that a male will bring into the table. There are three categories of single mothers. There are single mothers that are not really single mothers, they are actually widows because they lost their husband. There are ones that the men have decided to be deadbeat. See, because you divorced your wife is not an excuse for you not to take care of your children. So there are people that are deadbeat because they have issues with their wife, whether they are divorced or separated, they just decide not to be present for their children as a way to punish the woman, let her find the rent by herself. When she pay school fees finish, she go come beg me. Make she, that kind of, there are people like that, and I don't understand why, but there are people like that. A lot of people actually like that. So you see the case of Messi Ayibe. I don't know if I'm saying that name right, you guys. Please pardon me if I failed it. You see the case, the man was saying that some years when they were married, he helped her to pay the daughter's fees. If you, when you were married to this woman, you married her and her child becomes your stepchild and you took responsibility for the child for a couple of years, does that make it okay for you to now abandon your own child for years? You don't pay fees, you don't do anything, you don't attend PTA meetings. See, parenting is not just about money. Oh. Yes, more than 60% of the time your money is required. Children are expensive, okay? They are very, very expensive. But there are so many other things that is involved in parenting, doing homework, encouraging them in moral, giving them moral support, helping them in school activities, in sports, just building their morals, communication, so many other ways that you can be a parent without money being involved. So yeah, even though your money is very, very much welcomed, your presence is also needed. You see some people that they have anger issues, they have a lot of mental issues because their parents is absent or their father is absent, and they feel that he doesn't love them enough to be present for them. And then the third one is now a woman that quarreled with her husband. But because he has moved on with life, or they divorced, because he has moved on with life, she decides to hold the child and fill the child with vile things, negative things about the father, make the child hate the father, you know, just being wicked and withholding the child from having a relationship with the father. Those third group, I don't even know, they are not even supposed to come out and celebrate Father's Day. You decide to be a mother and a father on your own. But you see the first and the second group, their situation is very tricky. And so I feel that personally, this is my personal opinion, I feel that if they feel like they should celebrate themselves for all they are doing, see, it's not easy. I'm not a mother and a father, I'm only a mother, but it's still not easy for me. So you can imagine how it will be for those people that do not have a spouse that will help and support them in raising their children. I can't even imagine how difficult it will be. So yeah, those people in the first and second category, I don't think I'll blame them. But you see the third category, please stop being bitter. Let the Lord fill your heart with love, and please allow your children to have relationship with their father. Okay? That is all I have to say. But let me hear your thoughts. Share your thoughts and your opinions with me in the comment section. I would love to hear what you think about mothers wishing themselves happy Father's Day on Father's Day, especially being the fact that mothers in a year we have almost 3 to 4 Mothers or Women's Day. Oh, like we celebrate women a lot in a year, and the pair fathers get just that one shot, and mothers are still taking the shine away from the fathers in that one shot. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. If you haven't, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel. I will see you in my next one.